A Sand Springs man's been missing for a year, and his family's desperate for information.
David Martin disappeared in Texas after his truck broke down. His family doesn't know whether they should give up hope or hang on to it. News on 6 crime reporter Lori Fulbright has their story new this evening. Lori?
Well, Scott and Terry, David vanished with nothing but the clothes on his back. His family says it's totally out of his character to go this long without any contact, to miss birthdays and holidays, and of course it makes them fear the worst.
David Martin was a truck driver in Texas last year, but made it home most weekends to visit his parents, grandchildren, and other family in Sand Springs. Last January 14th, he called to say he wouldn't make it in for the weekend because his truck broke down. It seemed so routine. His family had no idea that would be the last time they would ever hear his voice.
She called me and she said, nobody can get a hold of David. Has anybody talked to David? He's not answering his phone. You know, he's not at work. He's not driving the truck. So that's when we realized he was missing.
A week went by, and when David didn't call on his mother's birthday, his brother decided to head to Texas for some answers. The company had told David to take his truck to a mechanic, Paul Watson, in New Boston, Texas, which he did. Paul told the family the two men got a part over in Gilmer, Texas, then ate dinner in Mount Pleasant. He says David was going to wait on a friend to go pick up more parts, so Paul says he left to do more work on the truck. David was wearing shorts and an OU T-shirt, and there's been no trace of him since. His truck and all of his clothes left behind.
If somebody knows there's been, if something's happened to David and they know, we'd like for them to put a closure to the case for my parents. It's hard to lose a child, but it's also hard to not know where your child's at.
This is one of David's grandchildren whom he adored. His family doesn't believe he just walked off and started a new life, especially when he spent his whole life keeping in touch, visiting often, and spending holidays with family. Without any facts, though, they can only imagine, only wonder, only worry.
Just getting away and not having any contact with your family that you've always had contact with is just something different.
David's family told me they're hoping viewers here will forward this story to relatives, friends they might have in the Texas area, and hope someone there will have some answers. David's parents spend their weekends going to different truck stops in Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana, just sitting in those parking lots hoping that he will drive up and be okay. Lori Fulbright, News on 6.